But I watched Mexico versus the US. Yo, when we when we used to watch the US teams, they had about one black guy in there. Like back in the Italian 90 and US World Cup one.
Yeah.
These teams now are full of black players. Full of black players. The first team and the second team.
Doesn't know, bro. Athleticism. Nothing's better than the black player, bro.
And they're killing it. They're killing it, man. It's like it's a man Pulisic. That's what that is what the US team is.
You mean it's the man and the Croatian?
The Croat.
The Croatian man, the Croat.
You know what I'm saying? So it's quite
right.
And then you got because I got the US team playing Mexico at the same time. That was a good game. I must admit, I was watching it. That was a decent game. It's on YouTube straight. But then, and then they got another team, the CONCACAF, and that is full of black players in that CONCACAF thing. And you can almost see that it's been a blessing for the Caribbean, for the MLS to rise up and be as strong as it is, because it's giving them a professional platform to leave their country to go be part of it. Not only Mexico or go South America, but wasn't picking them players up. So now we can see West Indian players, and sometimes. When we look at the West Indies, I don't know for yourself, Anthony. When we look at the West Indies, we think of Jamaica, St. Kitts, and that, but we quickly forget that you got El Salvador. You've got all these countries that are very influenced by Caribbean culture. We just see them as they're not Latino totally. The Guyanese, Suriname, all these countries are seen as Caribbean, not Latino countries, and Honduras. And there's a lot of Jamaicans that are living in these areas that are moved over here for money and whatsoever. So there's a
Cayman Islands, and all them places.
So there's a strong Caribbean thing. It's just a shame. I don't know. Why do you think there was never a Caribbean football team? We have a cricket team.
There would have been, Bob. And that's I think I mentioned it in one of the earlier podcasts that we did, that in the early 70s, when they was trying to put the federation together, that was all part of the plan, was to have the federation where it's just like a link of all the islands, similar to like having an EU, but the Caribbean version. And out of that, they would have made, similar to the West Indian cricket team, they would have made a West Indian football team, and then done the same thing for the athletics as well. Rather than have like Jamaica send sprinters, this country send sprinters, they would just had like a Caribbean thing, just similar to how Great Britain have like all their things representing the athletics. But because of that whole fight about where the headquarters are going to be, black people, everybody wants to get involved in. We want it. So the whole thing fell apart. But it was close to having that. So it would have been good to see. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the MLS thing, I think that was inevitable that, eventually we was going to see an influx of the players, because that was already happening in athletics. I mean, around all the Caribbean islands now, especially Jamaica, when they're doing like athletics in the schools and all that kind of stuff, they hold like an end of year big competition, and that's always over in the States, and they've been doing that for decades. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was inevitable that at some point the football was also going to move over there, because I know the same thing was happening with cricket in terms of over here. But yeah, I think at some point it was always going to happen. And I think now that the MLS is really tapping into the Caribbean and they're seeing, like you said, the raw talent, I think a lot of that talent just needs the right coach to develop it, so that we can get the next generation of football stars coming out of the Caribbean.
Oh, 100%. And we see like as Anthony mentioned, the Leon Baileys of the world are really class players that have been developed in the Caribbean. And there's other players around.
Visit us for updates and shows at affinityextra.co.uk.